And we are live on youtube.com. Hello.
All right. Hello. One thing just for starters I recommend doing is going over to your the settings and going to audio and video and then turning the master music volume level quite like a good 40%. This is because I tend to play music throughout the CCW, but also it's just nice to have in the background.
Gotcha. Alright, I think I did that correctly. I'm not hearing music though. I don't know if it's supposed to be playing yet or not.
Oh, I was waiting until after you were done with
yeah.
sound setting.
Alright, I think we should be good to go. Oh, there it is. There is indeed music.
All right. So, to basically give a general rundown of the idea and the concept of the one-shot is that basically you guys will be fulfilling a type of contract going out to a bogged down forest called Shade Hollow nearby Solid Stat. The world you're going to be in is not like a regular world that you may be used to in terms of a fantasy world. This is a place called the Umber Realm. The Umber Realm is a mirror dimension of the Prime Plane, but it has a bit of a darker take. For instance, in the Umber Realm, there is no sun. People of the Umber Realm that have grown up there and lived their lives there have never seen a sun. And if you ask them, oh, look for the sun, they're not going to know what you're talking about. To them, the sun would appear to be this abstract concept, very weird, equivocal to someone just throwing fire into the air is what it would sound like to their ears. Within this world, the Umber Realm, it is a dangerous place. You have various beings called Fey Lords, which are effectively Fey creatures of myth and legend that all have some sort of great tale that effectively builds up their mythos. And the more widely known this Fey Lord is, the more powerful they tend to be. But this power does not decay over time. So there are instances of Fey Lords that existed a long, long time ago that have long since been forgotten, but are still around, and they're quite bitter that they have been forgotten and vengeful in some ways. And your character will be a person that lives and exists within this world. To give a general idea of in terms of the setting and what you're looking at here is more of a gothic themed setting and one shot that'll be played.
Gotcha. That sounds neat and spooky.
Oh, it's going to be very fun.
Hell yeah. I am excited especially because it's a couple of our first times playing D&D. Not mine, but it's always fun to see people try it for the first time.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of neat stuff that I specifically use for my games that add a lot of spice into it. I am unsure if you have looked into the extra like little bits of content I have in my game and stuff like that.
I clicked around a little bit in like the information tab here, but I wasn't sure exactly what I was looking for. I don't know if I missed something or...
Oh no, you're fine. It just would have been pretty much just anything that catches your eye. How I
Gotcha.
typically like to do this process is CCW. You know, I'm Zach. I've been a professional DM for like 4.5 to 5 years now, 8,000 hours, all that good stuff. But the most important part is what we're going to be getting up to, which is creating a character that, you know, fits and lives and breathes in this world. So that way, whenever it comes to conveying them, you're going to hit the ball at the park every time.
I like it. I like it. So where do we start?
All right, just like a basic general idea of your character's personality. You know, who are they? Who is this person? One of the big rules of this process that I like to do is class is always last. It's the last thing we worry about because first we have to get a really, excuse my French, bomb ass character created that can really embody a lot of different really strong things. Because generally speaking, I would imagine if you're gonna survive this one shot, we'll probably end up reusing these characters for, you know, other one shots to come after potentially. So it's good to kind of set up for now and for the future. So, you know, what kind of personality were you thinking about embodying with your character?
Gotcha. So I myself, Ezra Andromeda, am a silly little creature. And that is also what I like to play in D&D. I like to be like an agent of chaos, but in like a funny way.
Okay, so a goblin, if that's the case.
Like literally a goblin.
Literally a goblin, yeah.
I'm down for that.
So, a little bit of lore about goblins in my world is that goblins effectively, they are little plane hoppers and agents of chaos. They are able to some extent, kind of sniff out portals to different realms. And due to their size being small, they can actually usually fit in these rabbit hole-sized portals to find themselves in potentially the bright world or the prime plane. However, a goblin getting out of the Umber realm is quite rare for the most part. This is because, well, the Umber realm is very dangerous. And for a small creature like yourself, you have to have a really keen sense of survival, but yeah, literally a goblin.
All right. I am cool with that. That sounds pretty silly. So where do we go from there?
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pop you a character sheet into your journal. The journal is if you look over to the right side there, it'll be a little newspaper symbol. And if you go and just click on that, you should see a bundle of question marks.
Yep.
That's going to be your character sheet. And that's what we'll be using to effectively modify everything that's coming up here.
Nice. I see it. So race goblin, level 1, and all the other D&D things.
Indeed, all the other D&D things. So because you're a goblin, we're going to go ahead and fill in some of the base things that you get. For instance, your walking speed is 30 feet.
All right.
You gain the features Dark Vision, which I'll go ahead and put in your character sheet.
Alright.
You also get Fey Ancestry, which is effectively you have resistance against being charmed, things of the like.
Nice, nice.
An ability called Fury of the Small, which basically allows you to... I kind of like to think of it as like a Chihuahua's Rage. And you're able to dish out just like a little bit of extra damage on certain abilities and features.
Fury of the Small. I like it.
Indeed, indeed. And then the final one is Nimble Escape, which allows you to disengage or hide as a bonus action. Which kind of like, you have like built-in rogue mechanics basically, which is very, very fun. Now, for name, I have to ask. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying. All right, I like it. I like it. Rogues are pretty pog.
For your name, would you prefer to just make that a little later? We could just kind of skim that, or do you just want to like slam it out right now?
I'm down to do it right now. So, in your world here that we're working with, do goblins have like a traditional, like way they're named?
Yes, they do. So goblins typically tend to have names that start in A, B, C, D, H, L, G, or S. And they tend to be one syllable names, maybe two at most. So they tend to be relatively simple in their naming structure.
Got it. Would you be able to type out those letters? Because I have the memory of a goldfish.
I got you. Go ahead and check your DMs.
I see.
And need help with like finding the ending of the name? I can link, some common typical endings for a goblinoid last name or a goblinoid name, more or less.
I see. Got it. Simple starts. All right, we got Bill the Goblin.
That works. Now, is it Bill spelled with BHIL?
It can be.
I was just a little curious.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That actually works better. All right, we have a name. Bill the Silly Little Creature.
Indeed, and one really fun thing about naming conventions and my world is that typically your last name or your surname can be, for a goblin, it tends to be the place where they were born from. Or it could just be, a family name, like any random last name you want to have. Or you can kind of take from a list of names that, may derive from where your character was born.
If you have a list of names, that would make it easier.
I have something even better. I have a map.
Ooh.
So I'll go ahead and show the map on the screen, and you can basically, there are 3 different places but the two most likely places that you'd be born in would be either this fine place called Vorin Aelid.
Let me try to zoom out here so you can see the whole thing.
So go ahead.
Where did you say? I'm not seeing it. I just see a map.
Yeah, this is the map. You just pick a place, and that's, so your name would be, for instance, if you picked Interrel, your name would be Bill of Interrel.
I see.
And if these names aren't really, scratching the itch, there's a separate place you could also be from as well. If you'd like to see that.
I think I'm fine with this. Bill of Dorkava.
All right, and there we go. Bill of Dorkava.
All right. That's always the hardest part for me, is naming my characters, so I am glad to have that out of the way now.
Indeed, because now we can get to the really fun parts, because with this process, we do the, character, the race, and then their name, because, typically speaking, the race informs the name, because every, creature in this world is named a little bit different. And then we get into stats, because in my games, we roll stats before we ever pick a class. And the idea is to effectively put the stats where you feel they most and best reflect your character.
Gotcha. I like that approach.
And we'll also keep it a secret in case, so no one else knows what your character stats are.
All right. So does that mean you want me to like hide it from the stream, because I am live right now?
That is up to you. I say make it a surprise. You can hide it from the stream if you'd like to. It was more or less for the other players at first.
I see, but like, I mean, I don't know if they'll watch the VOD or not. I can just tell them not to, probably. All right, let's go ahead.
All right. If you look at the top of the character sheet, you see a couple of extra buttons. There's public, and then to GM. GM is basically no one else can see it except for me. And go ahead and just click stats 6 times, and whatever you roll, you keep. I tend to not knock off the lowest stat or the highest or whatever have you. I like keeping the stats as they are. Of course, they cap out at 20, and you can only roll like a maximum of like 2 20s.
Click stats 6 times. I do not see that.
If you look in the core section of the character sheet, attacks and spellcasting, it's below your hit dice and death saves, and above all your funny little gold icons and money icons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So just click the 6 times?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Bill of Dorkava. Those are your stats. I recommend putting them in, where you kind of see your character being played the most, So if you are wanting to be like a more charismatic person, able to deceive but also persuade people, you might want to give your character a bit more of a charisma. If you don't really care for that and you want to be more of a researcher and a delver of information, intelligence. If you want to be always wary of your surroundings and generally just a more aware character, you go for wisdom. Maybe they're a bit more learned. As far as strength and dexterity goes, that kind of relates to more physical attributes. Strength would be you want to be a swole goblin. Dexterity would be if you want to be a more lithe goblin. Constitution would be, within my games, actually kind of matters. Constitution determines how likely your character is to get injured. Say, getting a broken arm, losing an eye, losing a leg or an arm, or getting partially disemboweled.
I see. That sounds scary. I don't want to get partially disemboweled. Oh no. All right. So I think 19 there, 10 there. We'll put the 8 here. We will put I think 13 here. And then 16 here. And then which one have we not used? The 11. Alright, so let me make sure I got that right. 11, 16, 13, 8, 10, 19. Alright. I think I'm good with that.
Okay, awesome. And with that, I will also say we're probably going to be starting out at level 2 instead of 1. So I will say the next part of this is the last part, where basically, you look at Bill of Dorkava and you think about, what would Bill of Dorkava be in the Umbral Realm? What class would they be? Whom would this character, this creature, this entity, kind of fighting style would they have? Would they cast spells? Think of things like that. And so I typically tend to say, you give me like your top 3 from like most likely this, the second one being like, I could see this maybe if we change some things around with Bill's personality. And then the third could be, a wild card, like, oh, I want to really do this. I've never done this before. And then I'll give you my top 3, usually from a perspective of like, oh, this is what's available in the world that you may not know of, and things like that. And just kind of toss out some extra options.
Okay. I think top for personality would be Bard, because I am just a silly little creature doing silly little things. And then like the second one. I think the second one maybe. Probably the second one would be a rogue. And then the wild card would be wizard.
Yeah, that all makes pretty much perfect sense. My top 3, just to kind of toss them out, I agree the Bard is very good. Warlock would be one, a really fun one to toss out there. And you got Bard, you got Warlock. I think it'd be Sorcerer would also be a funny option as well. And those are just like my 3 out there.
Gotcha. I think I am still leaning towards Bard.
All right, awesome. So with that, you're a Bard.
All right.
Now, for your HP at first level, you have one could be 8 plus, or it is an 8, it'd be 8 plus 1 for 9. Now for HP at level 2, would you like to roll for an increase of your health, or would you prefer to take the standard?
Standard would be 4 here, right?
The standard would be 5 plus 1.
I
So,
see.
6.
And my roll would be a D8? Or is
Yes,
that
you'd
just
be rolling
not?
a D8.
Okay, so 5 plus 1 would be 6. I will just take the 6, I think.
All right, giving you a solid 15 hit points at first level. Now, as a bard, you get to pick a lot of different skills, basically. You can pick any 3 skills of your choice, and you're just proficient with them. So what 3 skills would you say Bill of Dorkava would have?
What 3 skills? So definitely performance. Definitely deception. And then I think persuasion.
All right, awesome. And this goes out of the way. As far as efficiencies, equipment, as far as what equipment goes, I tend to do this like one of two ways. You can either pick from like the base equipment list that you see there, or alternatively, you can roll for gold and then just buy the things you want or need, and then you can pocket the rest of the gold for things like potions or potentially maybe magic items if you manage to find some and sell and get enough money to buy one throughout the game.
Buying does sound more fun.
All right, go ahead and click gold in the character sheet. It would be below where I typed in stats.
All right, 14.
All right, so for gold, I like to do a fun thing where I multiply the gold by the level of the current group. So, instead of times 10, it'd be times 12, giving you 168 gold.
I see. That is a decent bit of gold.
Now, when it comes to buying gear, what kind of gear would you like to have? You could, well, first start with armor. Would you rather have studded leather or regular leather?
What is the difference between regular and studded?
Studded is just, so regular leather is 10 gold, 11 plus your dex mod. However, studded leather is 45 gold, but it's 12 plus your dex modifier.
I think I'll go with regular.
All right, so it's gonna go ahead and pop off 10, and we're gonna pop leather into your character sheet. Now, weapons. What kind of weapons are you thinking your character may have? And instruments as well.
Weapons and instruments. So, instruments, I'd probably have like a flute or maybe like a kazoo, perhaps.
Either of those work? Do you just want to get both?
Yeah, let's get both.
All right, it costs 2 gold for each of them. So, 4 gold total.
All right, sounds good to me. For weapons, probably a dagger and a hand crossbow.
All right, the hand crossbow is going to cost you 75 gold. So we're going to go ahead and just deduct that from what you got.
All right.
Down to 79. And then we're going to want a dagger, which is, I think, 4 gold. Let me double check. 2 gold. So we're going to go ahead and knock you down to 77 gold, and you have a dagger and a hand crossbow. But now you need ammo for the hand crossbow.
I do. So what rate does that go at?
So crossbow bolts are, let's see, 1 gold piece per 20.
Per 20?
Indeed.
I will get 40, I think. So 2 gold.
And then, okay, cool, I already did that. Awesome. And then you have to have a crossbow case. Well, it's going to take it down to 75 gold, but you have crossbow, dagger, Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? You can also purchase like very base level potions if you'd like to, or even like a potion of quicker healing, which is a potion that you can use as a part of your bonus action. However, it will cost 75 gold to buy it. A regular potion is going to use your action, but it will only cost 50.
Hmm. I will get, I think, one regular potion.
All right, so we're going to knock it down to 25 gold, but you're going to get a health potion. And I'm going to put that potion in your character sheet so we can, whenever the time comes for you to use it, you just click a button.
All right.
All right. Awesome. With that, we have your basic loadout for your character done. You do get Jack of all trades at second level as a bard, so I'm going to go ahead and take that on for your character. Are you familiar with what that does?
Not at all. Let me read here. Starting at second level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. I like that. That seems good.
And you also get Song of Rest, which helps people heal as well.
Gotcha.
And now for the cherry on top of this whole thing, a feat. So, when it comes to feat selection, pretty much most of anything is on the table within reason. You can go to, within my server, you'll see a thing that's just called feats. You look at feats of Asterisk, and if you click that, it'll give you a big list of feats. Of course, have like the normal feats of, the collection of 5e books that you can use as well, that are at your disposal to basically kind of pick at first level and round out your character. If you would like, I can give you a couple of recommendations.
Where am I going to see that? Because I only see regular feeds.
In my server.
Oh, I see. In Discord. Okay. Feats of Ascaris. Alright, let's take a look here.
There are a lot of them, but they're, they might scratch an itch here and there. There's also the I have the feats of the Tal'Dorei setting as well. You skim it for what you feel may fit your character.
Sure. So, if you could at least narrow it down a little bit, just give like 3 or 4 different recommendations.
All right, I'm gonna double check a feat very quickly here. There's one that might fit your particular situation with the weapon that you're using. Okay, so there's a feature, or a feat more specifically, called Crossbow Expert, which will actually be quite decent on your character. You ignore the loading property of crossbows. Um, Within 5 feet of a creature, you don't have disadvantage on your ranged attacks against them. And whenever you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with your hand crossbow you're holding. This would allow you to walk up to a creature, stab it in the leg, and then shoot it with your hand crossbow at point blank.
Okay. I think I do like that. I don't see that one on the sheet though, unless I'm missing something.
That is just from like the official list of feats that are available.
Ah, I see, I see.
From my particular list, feats that may be a little helpful. One would be Adrenaline Rush. It lets you move a little faster, have bludgeoning damage, and also if you have to make like a dexterity save or check or strength save or check, you can add a d4 to that roll and it may turn it into a success.
I see, I see. I think I'll just go with Crossbow Expert.
All right, awesome. I'll go ahead and pop that into your character sheet. All right, and with that, oh, you don't have a subclass yet. That is true. You're only level 2. Okay. Now we have alignment and background. So what sort of background are you thinking BRRRRRRRR was?
Backgrounds. What are some typical ones for goblins in your world?
One of the most typical ones would probably be Lost, which is basically growing up, you probably didn't know your parents because they were just on a different world than you. You were lost in a new world, but the new world you were lost in didn't necessarily feel alien to you. This new world felt like home because for goblins of Esseris, that is what it is like being you. You feel at home in either of the Fey realms, and sometimes even in the Prime Plane itself, you also can feel right at home. All worlds are sort of your home, as goblins are kind of like world walkers in a sense, in terms of like the Fey realms at least.
That sounds pretty good.
There is the skill proficiencies or deception and survival.
All right. One of the ones I picked earlier was deception, so does that mean I get another one?
Yeah, that means you just pick a different one.
Gotcha.
The free one.
So I get survival and deception, so I will take sleight of hand. And then survival.
All right, awesome. You get an extra instrument efficiency of your choice. And I'm going to assume, because you get 3 for being a bard, so I'm assuming one of them is going to be the flute for sure.
Yep.
What were the other 2 going to be?
One will be kazoo, and the third one can be how about piano?
Sure. I see why not.
All right.
Okay. Now, for being a Fey Lost individual, you get to pick one more.
One more instrument. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Yep, you can pick bagpipes, drums, dulcimers, horns, lutes, lyres, a pan flute, a shan, and a viol.
I think drums.
All right. And then you get to pick one language of your choice of Elvish, Gnomish, Goblin, or Sylvan. You already know Goblin because you're a Goblin.
I think gnome.
Okay, we got Goblin and Gnome. You also will be receiving a free musical instrument of your choice. What do you want that to be?
Um, I think probably drums if that's possible, but that seems like a lot to carry.
Yeah, for your small for your character's small
Yeah.
frame.
Interesting. Okay. Pan flute. I guess sounds good. Seems more reasonable.
And with that, you get to pick a Feywild trinket, or rather, in this particular case, a Fey trinket. And I think you get 3. Um, yeah. So go ahead. If you look over to the left, you see a little dice there. You should see if you hover over it, a D100. Roll that 3 times.
All right.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to the trinkets, you have. I'll go ahead and just put them down in this section of your character sheet. A 94 would net you a whole mosaic tile with multicolored glazed surface. You would, with a 70, receive a small packet filled with pink dust. And with a 96, you will receive a black pirate flag adorned with the dragon skull and crossbones. And I think that brings that to an end. What alignment do you see, Bill of Dorkaba?
Oh, do I get all 3 of those?
Oh yeah, you get all 3 of those
Oh,
trinkets.
okay, sick. What alignment? Um, I think chaotic good.
All right, gotta get it is. And with that, Bill of Dokava, the chaotic good bard, has been created.
I like it. I think I've created the silly little creature I was looking for.
Awesome. That means I did my job pretty all right.
I would say so. What is bardic inspiration? I just saw that on here. Inspire others. Ah. That's that thing where I like... Yep. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Saw it there. I didn't notice it before.
Usually, when it comes to bardic inspiration and bards on my table, you don't have to sing or anything like that. But if you are going to give someone a bardic inspiration, you should say something that, at least to your character, sounds inspiring.
Got it.
But other than that, that is pretty much it. Do you have any sort of questions for? Oh, one last thing. There's one last thing you have to do. Which this could be done either on your own if you prefer. We could do this right now. But you, my friend, you have spells. And you have cantrips. As a bard, you know 2 cantrips. Cantrips are spells you can basically cast whenever you feel like it, as many times as you want to, without any sort of drawback to it. And spell slots, you have 3 here, being that you can only cast, 3 spells of first level per day. But you have an amount of spells known, which for you would be 5 currently. Now, I do, if you are interested, have a spell book specifically made for bards. Music, theme spells, and things like that.
I do think that would be helpful.
You go look in the spellbook section of my Discord, and you click Magic of Soul. It'll bring you to a general list of various bard-themed spells that I have created.
Gotcha. But I can only go with the first levels for now.
Indeed. So, if you wanted to get both of the first level spells, you could.
Let's see here. You select a creature in range and play a note of magic that causes them intense pain. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's supposed to be a cantrip.
Ah. Okay, so that's a cantrip. Alright, well I will take that cantrip, so that'll be one of my, you said 3 or 2?
You get 2 cantrips.
Gotcha. So that'll be one of them. Nope. Coalesce ambient magic to become solidified music. You make a ranged spell attack against a creature you can see within range. You deal 1d10 force, psychic or thunder damage. The damage, you shoot force. Charisma, become dazed. Psychic, wisdom or stunned. Thunder, strength saving throw, or be pushed in the direction of your choice. I think I will take that as one of my level 1s.
Awesome.
So I still have 1 more cantrip and 4 more spells.
Indeed. When it comes to spells, I can actually send you a website that you can use to kind of sort your spells and your cantrips pretty well.
I think that would be helpful.
And when you click that, what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to filter, and then you're just going to click it, click cantrip first level, click bard, save, and there are your options between cantrips and first level spells.
Filter, bard, first level, and cantrip. Gotcha. And then I do see some other Bard ones in the server too. Are those fair game as well?
Oh yeah, if it says Bard on the spell list, feel free to take a look at them.
Gotcha.
And there's admittedly there's quite a lot.
That's fair. Um, I think I like Fantasia from Dreamwalker's Guidebook.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, I just finished putting a tonal in, so we got Note Pop and Fantasia.
I think Dancing Lights for my other cantrip.
All right, awesome. And then we got 3 more first level spells.
Got it. So one of them is going to be Disguise Self. Unseen Servant. And Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
All right, that would be it for your spells, cantrips, and first level.
All right, nice.
I'm just filling in the bits of character sheet here, and then after that, good to go. All right. Well, with that, I think that would conclude our little CCW here.
All right, that sounds fantastic.
And I guess, I gotta ask, how'd you like the experience?
I think it was good. It was a lot simpler than character creation usually is. I do like Roll20 a lot because it makes things a lot easier, but like also just that method was very streamlined. I didn't need to like go out of my way to read a bunch of stuff, which is always like the hardest barrier of entry for me because there's a lot of reading in D&D, and the less I have to do, the better. So I would say you did a good job.
Thank you. And I hope you enjoy Bill of Dorkava. And yeah, with that, we can call it a CCW there, and get excited for the upcoming one shot.
Yeah, I am excited. I know most of the group is doing their character creation this week. I think Zeki is late because the dog, it be like that. But yeah, I think we're gonna be getting started soon. I am looking forward to it.
Oh, it's gonna be very good, very fun. And just like to put out there, as far as like mechanics go, like injuries tables, stuff like that. Character will probably end up breaking an arm or something.
I see.
If you get hit exceptionally hard, you will end up breaking an arm. I do utilize like an alternative system to consciousness instead of you just laying on the ground and bleeding out. You kind of still get to play the game, although the risk of death is slightly higher, but it creates a bit more of an engaging experience because you actually get to play the game instead of just kind of being IRL stun locked because your character has 0 hit points.
I see. That does sound exciting. I like doing more than doing my death saves for like half an hour.
Yeah. The system is called Death State, and basically you have a wound threshold. Okay, so you have 3 death saves. Because you have a 1 con, you have 4 total wounds you need to get before you die. You hit 0 hit points, you just go into death state. You can still act and play just like normal, except melee attacks within 5 feet of you still crit as if you were, unconscious. And you can remove these wounds you have if you manage to get a good medicine check on yourself, or if someone heals you by a certain amount. And this way, it's like you get reduced down to 0, and it's like, okay, I need to think a bit more deeply about what's going on, or else I'm gonna die. But you have the option in your character's case. You can dash out or disengage out as a bonus action, run over, chug your potion, and you're good.
That's true. That's true. That actually is really powerful. I forgot about that because it was so early on, but the nimble escape, being able to like disengage for basically free, is kind of huge.
It really is, yeah. Not only that, but your character is small, so you are able to momentarily like occupy the spaces of other creatures. So you can occupy the space, I think it's like of a large creature, without having to like move. So like if you're fighting a large creature, you could literally just run underneath them and you wouldn't have any kind of disadvantage or anything like that.
Yeah, that is nice. Are they able to like hit me still if I do that, or is it like in Dark Souls when you're below certain enemies?
I would say that if you kind of hop below an enemy, they probably would still have a relatively, it'd be more of the same. Another rule that I use as well, by the way, is instead of just have advantage, and sometimes in D&D, you can get multiple layers of advantage, but it doesn't do much. I have something called super advantage, where you still get, double, roll twice, get the highest of the 2 rolls. But with super advantage, you get to add a +2 onto that roll on top of it. Conversely, there's super disadvantage. So if you're super screwed, it's very, very bad for you. But it kind of works both ways. And yeah, that is about it. I do have some other things, but I know that there's some others that are not as familiar with 5e, so I'm gonna try to keep it a little tame on like some of the house rules. Another really popular house rule I use is called nuance in combat, where basically if you just have proficiency with like a weapon that is martial, you get access to like superiority die, so you get the ability to cast, or not cast, but do like a disarming attack or a pushing attack against an enemy and stuff like that.
I like it. Disarming is fun. I don't think I get to do that, but you know, you never know what other characters people are gonna create. But I think it's gonna be exciting to see, really, the characters. That's always the fun part, especially when you're like not there for it. So I'm gonna like try not to watch those streams if they stream them, so I can be surprised at what kind of antics are gonna happen.
Oh, absolutely, 10 out of 10. I'm very, very much looking forward to what else people will make. And the fun thing about the nuance system is that you would be able to disarming attack someone as a bard. You have proficiency with a weapon, right? So it kind of spreads the love.
Oh,
so, you know, maybe if we do like another one shot after this and people are more familiar with 5e, then I'll be open to being like, okay, guys, this thing, do it. You know what I mean? But just keep it simple. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I think I heard one of the people. Actually, no, I don't want to spoil anything. Can't say anything. Yeah, I guess we can end it there. I'll let you continue on your night of streaming, and I'll finish, you know, typing in the rest of one of your spells, and we'll be good to go.
All right, sounds great. Well, I appreciate your time. Sorry for like scheduling it last minute and everything, but I mean, we got there. So, yeah, this was fun. I'm looking forward to the campaign.
Same here, same here. I'm very excited for all the new music I'm going to end up implementing into the one shot as well.
Ooh, music. I like it. That's exciting. All right, well, I'm gonna hop off here, say bye to my chat, and then probably go raid someone. But yeah, if you need anything from me before the thing, just let me know, and I should be able to make time.
All right, will do. I will definitely DM you. Hope you have a great night, man.
Yep, you too. See ya. All right, that was fun. That was neat. I was kind of worried that it was gonna be like a lot happening. I do apologize, chat, for not like responding to things. So let me do that now. What's up, Fori? What's up, Jaskdraws? What's up, Vez? What's up, Keo, Orion? Oh shit, Rui. I hope she didn't see my stats or my character. I hope hope she didn't get spoiled. What's up, False Cat? Hello, hello. I don't think I missed anyone, but hello. I acknowledge you. I have been reading. I just haven't been able to respond because I was, you know, making my character with someone with the DM. No, but I'm super excited for this. I'm really, really excited. Because we have like a good mix of personalities. We have like Rui, D&D veteran. We have me, who knows D&D, but only to the extent that they can be extremely silly. We have Xander, who's like Xander, so he's gonna be fun to play with. And then obviously, I am most looking forward to see what Zeki's gonna come up with, because holy shit, doing a role-playing game with Zeki, that's gonna be an experience. I'm so excited. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know when it's gonna be. I know the calendar had a date on it, but it's probably gonna have to be pushed back because people still have to do their character creation and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what Bill of Dorkava ends up doing here for the team. I think I've made the perfect silly creature, as I said. Yeah. So it's gonna be a silly, grand old, good old time. I'll probably make like art of what I imagine Bill of Dorkava looking like at some point in the near future, so I have that. It's not gonna be good, but it's gonna be silly. Yeah, so I'm excited to do that too. Figure out like a voice for the character, figure out a bunch of stuff, really. But yeah, that's it for now. I don't really have anything else to say here. I could stream. I'm probably gonna be on stream with Zeki and Nariko here in a moment. But go check them out on Twitch, Nariko Sai and Zeki Canis. But if you're sticking around here, I am gonna raid Cora, who literally just went live with Five Nights at Freddy's. I think she's tackling night 6 now, which we were trying to do last stream. I was trying to help her through, but we didn't quite get there because RNG be like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and set that raid up, and then if you want more burb, like I said, that'll be Zeki or Nariko. You'll want to go check out. Cool individuals. Where is there it is. Five Nights at Freddy's. Save that, and then when we end the stream we'll go there. So yeah, like I said, that's it for me. No stream tomorrow because I need to take a break to prepare for the fun stuff this weekend. Friday is gonna be Puyo Puyo Tetris with Mie. I haven't played that game in forever, but I'm pretty decent at Tetris and pretty bad at Puyo Puyo, so who knows. It'll probably be embarrassing for me, but who knows? We'll see. Either way, it's gonna be fun though. I love hanging out with Mie. She's a funny little goofball, silly little creature with a hammer. I bought her merch. You should also buy her merch. It's really high quality. And then Saturday is the 1K celebration and the full one-sitting playthrough of Shadow the Hedgehog. I am gonna add, and I'll make a tweet about it tomorrow morning, probably just for optimal Twitter views. But I am gonna add a donation incentive to that. $10. I will intentionally game over or something like that. I still need to iron out the details. For $30, I will pick the route of your choice, which and I'll talk about this more at the beginning of the stream too, to try to like talk about the incentives and stuff. But I should probably just go ahead and like go over here. Actually, this makes more sense because I'm just talking. You'll get to choose which route I go for. So Shadow the Hedgehog, it's a route-based game. So like I said, we have to get 10 endings, and then do the final ending. So for the first 10 endings, if you get me on a stage where I've already done the ending, like the last stage of a route, and then you pay $30 and tell me, hey, you have to do the dark ending, and I've already got the dark ending. Well, I have to do it. You spent money on it, which means I have to play one more playthrough of the game, which means you can really, really extend my playtime with your money if you would like. And the prices are subject to change. This is just kind of what's going around in my head right now. I'm going to be thinking about it tonight and then make a graphic or something. And then the last thing is that if we hit $1,000 during the stream, I will do karaoke on my 6-month anniversary, which is coming up next, I believe Thursday, the 9th. So if we hit 1,000 during the endurance stream on Saturday, Burb karaoke is real. So, yeah. More details tomorrow, though. Like I said, I'll make a tweet tomorrow morning, or at least I'll try to. But yeah, good reasons to donate money to RealCorp to keep us funded, keep us going. We're not in danger or anything, but that's one department I feel like I'm lacking on. Growth has been great, the community is great, I love y'all. But I would like to make some money for the company because I care about the company and the people in it, and I think it would be good. So we're adding like a sort of Donathon light thing. So full transparency, that's why I'm doing it. It's nothing like special or anything. Nobody's saying I have to, and I'm certainly not at financial risk or anything. I just want to bring in money for the company because I want to see the company do well. So yeah, there you go. That's the stance. on donations and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, things are good. We have a lot to be excited for. And then Sunday as well, you saw it on some people's schedules, the Danganronpa dub. Rui is in that. I believe Chiffon is in that. I am in that. And then Zeki is in that, much to my surprise. So on Sunday at, I believe, 2 p.m., we're going to be on there voicing characters. I don't know if I want to spoil who's who yet, because I don't think it's been released. But I am very excited for the roles that we have. At least the ones I know about. So, yeah, stuff to be excited for rest of the week. I have a lot of streaming going on. So all that to say, I'm taking tomorrow off so I can take a breather before all of that happens. So yeah, I'll still be in the Discord. I'll still be chilling, talking to y'all. But no stream. Unless I get bored. I might get bored and decide to stream like Dead Space or something, who knows. But yeah, I've rambled on for a while. So I think it is time for me to end the stream. So thank you for coming. I know, like I said, I wasn't really able to talk to Chatham as much, but I hope you enjoyed watching me make a D&D character, meeting the DM. It was cool. I am gonna go now. Bye-bye.